Hey everybody, we're back again. I actually wanted to work a little bit on the website for the studio, so I thought I'd stream it. Just give me 1 second here. I was looking at something earlier. Oh, maybe we'll watch Curtis's video. Alright, I was looking at something. Wagtail Pipit, which is a Django-based web application, and Wagtail is a lot like what's that one thing? Damn it, what's that one PHP thing? WordPress. That's what I meant to say. Okay. So let's do this. We'll open up a Linux terminal. Uh, pip install cookie cutter. Make directory. Pipit site. CD. Pip install cookie cutter. And then this. All the defaults here should be fine. We'll use one for now. Okay, so what do we got here? I didn't think that would work, but it did. Cool. Okay, installation. I don't think I have npm installed. Sudo apt install. Yeah. Okay. Set up container m files. Docker config. Okay, Docker config. Okay, copper. Yeah, it looks like that's already been done. Come on. Why don't you just leave the preview open? Jesus. All right. All right. So then include the IP in your host file. Include this IP on your host file. Echo. Okay. Just run this. Oh no, we're on Linux, so. Host file. Ubuntu. Vim. Sudo vim slash etc slash hosts. Might already be there. Oops. Generate SSL certificates. Okay. Copy that in here. Uh, okay, done. Okay. Docker compose up. Okay, so we're spinning up the Docker container. We're also supposed to install the front end. We'll wait for the Docker thing to go first. Oh wow, it's even applying the migrations for us. Okay. So now we need to run this. God damn it. Okay, cd front and mvm use sudo apt to install mvm. Uh, Forget how to do this. Wait a minute. What is this? Should be more skeptical of where I copy commands from. It was probably the right one, but still. Okay. I wonder if this is going to work. Hmm. Ew. Uh, install node Ubuntu. Wait, then why is it saying expected Node.js but found 12? Yeah, see, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna need this. This script is deprecated. Hmm. Okay. Darn it. Update Node.js Ubuntu. Oops. Um, huh. Well, I'm confused. Uh, MVM use 20. MVM install 21. Okay, now this should work. So now we're on the right version of Node. Oh, thank you for the follow, Kitty Sushi. Hi, how's it going? We are trying out a new website. Tech. You're resetting your PC? Oh no, what happened? Oh man, that sucks. System files corrupted. I hate that. And unfortunately, Windows software does not pick it up. Oh man. All right, now let's try this. It's something to do with my this PC. Oh man, I hate that. I'll tell you that there are a lot of things to hate about Mac, but one of them is not needing to nuke your system every year or so, at the most. Like, I've never needed to reinstall Mac OS to fix a problem. Like, but I have to do that with Windows all the damn time. Okay. I want a MacBook, but it's so expensive and I don't have the money. Yeah, I get it. I get that too. All right, MVMUs. MVMUs. MPMI. Right, that's installing. MacBook, what MacBook is even recommended for programming? That's my general question. I mean, you know, anything, a MacBook Air will work. Like, if you're just like trying to learn how to program, uh, you don't need a very powerful machine, I don't think. All right, now npm run dev. I'm doing C#, C++, Python, web dev, maybe some 3D modeling when I get a chance. Yeah, I mean, a Mac will work for all that. I think the really great thing about the new Macs is the M1 processors, the M series processor. I'm gonna throw VMware on that too. Yeah, yeah. That is a little bit harder with the new MacBooks because They're on a different architecture. So that does get a little irritating, even when you're using like ARM-based machines on there. Sometimes the dependencies just aren't there. Like, you'll be trying to do something, and it'll be like, oh, install this, and then it'll fail because it'll be like, sorry, ARM is not supported. Yeah. But on the flip side of that, they're very good machines. All right, what else do we need to do here? All right, so we should be running now. Okay, so is it here? Hmm. I think this is right. What else does it say to do here? All right, visit your site. $80.82. Nope, that's not right. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I didn't pay that much for mine. I think I paid like $3,200. A MacBook Air will do the job. And that's only like what's that, like 1,000? Unless you're doing really, really um, heavy duty 3D rendering, I would think a MacBook Air would do the job. Well, I don't think we did this right because... Wait, is the back end up? The back end's up. So what's going on here? Apply all migrations. Error, permission denied. Home app static. Okay. I don't know. This documentation isn't the best. This looks really interesting. Basically what this is it's using Wagtail CMS, which is which is built on Django, right? And then that's your backend. And then it's got React on the front end. Trouble is, I don't really know anything about React, so it's probably not the best thing. here's what I've got already. Here, I'll take you through. I'll take you through my current web app. And maybe we'll go and see if we can't. Like, we don't need to reinvent the wheel here. I think we got most of what we need. So, go up. By the way, if you've never used the Windows subsystem for Linux, it is awesome, especially for programming. Because if you've ever tried to program on Windows, you know that everybody else laughs at you because you have to do things in PowerShell. I'm kidding. Oh man, I'm gonna start a war. No, but I like it because, you know, I'm fairly comfortable with Linux. I'm surprised to hear myself say that after all these years, but yeah, I'm fairly comfortable with at least, a Debian-based system. I can definitely figure it out if it's something to do on a Debian system, you know? All right, so let me show you. Even my current one, I feel like, is a little too complicated. So here we go. If you're not familiar, this is a Django app. Well, okay, I'll say this. It's a Django project. A Django project is basically, an entire web application. And then within that, you have individual things called Django applications, which, you can put different functionality in and things like that. But essentially, the way this works is you use the Django framework. It does a lot of stuff that I don't understand, but it will put up your website. You make your data models and everything. It's basically model view controller kind of thing, kind of architecture, but instead of models, views, and controllers, we have models, views, but views aren't views, they're actually controllers. And then, and then templates, and that's what a view is. So I'll show you here. You have a model, right? This is a data model. You have the name of the model, its attributes, all that good stuff. Then you have a view. A view is how you get the data into the template. The view pulls basically the data from the database. In this case, it would be a list view. It's pulling all of the games from the database, right? And it'll give it to this template, right? And a template is just a HTML document. Excuse me. It's just an HTML document that will, render on the server. right? Server-side rendering. And then, yeah, you can get your data on the web page. That's how it works at like a really high level. And then where Wagtail comes into it, Wagtail is a CMS. It's a lot like WordPress, if you've ever heard of that. Excuse me, everybody. I need to get something to drink. All right. So, as I was saying, that's how it works at a high level. There's a lot of stuff that's abstracted, like you don't need to know everything. I don't know everything about how it works, but I can definitely hack myself together a decent web app, and it takes care of a lot of the details for you. And as long as you configure it properly, it's going to be, fairly secure, fairly easy to deal with. Django has something called an ORM. It's an object relational model. And essentially what that does is it means you can write all your queries in, a Python like, or no, in Python. And then they get, automatically translated into SQL. And typically with Django, you'll use something like Postgres. That's what I always use. And the thing is, like, I use Postgres databases all the time. I can't really tell you what's super special about Postgres because I don't need to, because Django handles it for me. I'm not saying it's not important to know about databases. It is, but obviously what I mean is it abstracts that complication away for you. And Django, Django's full stack. So I don't need anything else other than, my Django apps and my templates if I don't want to. There are other ways of doing it. Right? There are other ways of doing it. Like what we were just looking at, you can hook up any kind of front end to Django you want, which is really cool. But honestly, I think if you don't want to, you don't have to use any kind of JavaScript front end or anything. I use Bootstrap. I just use Bootstrap, and yeah, I mean there are ways I can have. What do they call it? Oh, HTMX to do the like JavaScript calls, that update things dynamically. Like doing, what is it called? Is it just jQuery? It's making those requests, Is it, like I said, I hack my way through web dev. Seriously, I do. Like, I hack my way through most dev, actually. I'm just like, I'm gonna do this. How do I do that? And then I just kind of look it up and keep going until I either get bored or, gets too complicated. Usually I get bored. Anyways, I'll show you what this looks like if you want. So like I said, everything's set up in here. If I want to run it locally to test it, I just go, I have this Docker Compose, right? So it's all Dockerized. This will spin up the back end and the database. And then you can look at it on the from the browser. So we'll go, it's real simple. It's Docker Compose up. Yeah, true. I should pick the Python version, true. Luckily, I mean, honestly, the Python version, yeah, it does matter. You're right. You should pin it too, but yeah, I mean, it's more important to pin your requirements for sure. I've had major issues with that. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's future self's problem. Especially with 312, that might break some things. All right, so this is the basic one. That's what it looks like when it comes up, but look at this, because we have lovely Wagtail installed. We have this whole CMS system. So we have our base page, and Wagtail comes with a lot of already created page types, and then we have and then you can make your custom ones too if you want. So like this article landing page, that's for like a blog post, a forum. You can make like a contact form. Let's make a web page. So we can make a web page, home, and then grab a picture. I don't think this is going to look very good. Yeah, it doesn't look very good, but here. Can't make it look good that fast, but here you can look at my dev environment. No, it's not supposed to look like that. It also looks like this. Hold on. The older I get, the less I care about FE. I just want it to be functional. FE? Oh, front end. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. With Django, you know, you can use whatever kind of front end you want, but I like to just use the templates that come with it. Like, let's see. We change this. Use a different root page. I want to show you what the site I have looks like here. Yeah. Right, so this is pretty basic, but like Wagtail came with all this the search functionality. I think that's pretty cool. Like, I didn't have to do anything to set this up, but you can customize it with, like, if I build a backend service and it has HTML, I want to cry. Yeah. I mean, even this, like, this is not that bad because you kind of just set the style and how you want the page layout to go, and then you can edit it from within the CMS. So, like, you can see you got the body here, and you can add more text. You can add a block of HTML if you want. You can create other kinds of things to put here. You know, with custom data and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. It's way overkill for what I need. I just like it because of the way it works, honestly. It would be, yeah. It would be, it would probably be better if I just put up a static site, but I don't know. It feels boring. And this is on, yeah, like, no. Well, I guess you could put up a static React site if it had, but all static means is just it's got no backend, right? Like, it's just like a web page. Yeah, yeah. No, you couldn't do React static. Yeah, no, you couldn't do that. No, I mean, like, just doing like a site generator. Like, you can. There's what was I looking at earlier? Pelican. Not the bird, damn it. Yeah, no, React has to run on Node, which is, I guess that can run in the browser. Can it run in the browser? I guess you could run a React app purely in the browser, couldn't you? Isn't that what isn't that what Electron is, right? Isn't it just like yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I guess you could consider that static, sort of, like, because you don't need any back-end rendering. I feel like that's what static means usually. There's no back end. And if it's running in the browser, then you don't need any like compute power, you know. Something like this, though, I think would just run straight from. I think this just generates HTML. Backend is still serving all the data. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. What I mean is like some stuff can be static because it doesn't have any data, you know? Like if you're just putting up a blog, uh, you can have a static website by just entering the text on the, you know, in the HTML directly, I guess. Or you can use something like Pelican where you write it. I think you still write it in your like IDE, but you write it in a Python file and then it renders it into HTML for you. But yeah, Django's cool. It's got a lot of stuff included. There's definitely a big community around it, so it's one of my favorite things, other than, which is my transition, game dev. So, uh, quick rundown. My friend Rob and I recently decided we wanted to make a game. I've used Django, but just for the web API, no serving HTML. Yeah. I think most people probably use Django just as a backend, just like that. Yeah, the API. But with HTMX, a lot of people are not doing that anymore. Or there's been movement in that direction. Like, apparently HTMX is very popular among Django devs. Anyways, so my friend Rob and I are making a game, and we're making it in Godot. Godot is a free and open source game engine. And it's pretty powerful. It can make 2D and 3D games. I particularly like it because it uses something called GDScript. That's the language it uses, but it's essentially Python. Backend devs do not want to serve HTML or even have it in the repo usually. Yeah, true. For me, I just like it. I kind of like the simplicity of just having the one thing, you know. That's why I like using it so much. For sure. But yeah, so this is Godot. Yeah, it all depends on use case and resources. I agree. Let me just show you. So it's really simple so far. It's just like a 2D platformer, but You can see you're the dragon. You run around and can shoot fireballs. Oh, I don't think the fireball's supposed to hit that coin. Okay, there. The fireball kills the enemy. The dragon can jump really high, apparently. Oh, and he died. Anyways, you get the basic idea. So let's see. We need to find something to do. What can we do? 2D Spyro. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of is. Thank you for the follow. Poo poo pachoo. Or poo poo choo. Poopachoo. There you go. I got it. um. So let's see. What can we add here? Just got to decide what I want to do. We were working on the enemy. I guess we could work on. Have to run, but follow till I'll join again sometime. Okay, well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. See ya. All right. Let's look here. So we have. We just work on a new level. Why don't we work on a new level and go from there? All right, so we got this so far. We can add in an enemy. And put him here. Oh, I know. Let's try something. We'll make the children editable. And yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Have to change all the animations. Well, I guess that's okay. No, that's okay. Let's do this. We'll make a new scene. And we'll make it an area 2D. And we'll call it enemy swordsman. And then we'll go over here to enemy We'll just copy these. Well, no, I guess we don't need to do that. We'll add a collision. We'll add an animated sprite. What are they called? Yep, they're still called that. And then we'll attach a script. And we'll just use the enemy script. And then we'll give this a shape. All right, animated sprite 2D animation, new sprite frames, load. Oh no. New sprite frames. Animation. Come on now. There we go. Die. Oop. They need to be the exact same. All right, so Fantasy Heroes. Let's go with this dude. You know what? That's boring. Let's go with this dude. Nice. Okay. 8 by 6. All right, death. Play that. Blurk. 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 Okay. Collision shape. Oh no, we need to add the other ones. Okay. Idle. Idle. Okay. I think this is idle. Okay. And collision shape. Okay, so now we should be good with that. What else? Die. Walk. Okay, we need walk and stab. Walk. Stab. I guess maybe we should have copied the animated sprite. That might have been a good idea. Oh, let's play a little music, huh? Um. Okay. Let me know if that's too loud. Okay. So now we've got stab. Take the sprite frames. Why can't you remember? I think this one is stab. Walk. Eight by 6. What did I say? I said walk, right? Okay. This is walking. Speed that up. Speed that up too. A little slower. Idle. That up. I speed that up. Okay. What else do we need on this? We need a signal. Connected. Body entered. First we need to save it. What? Yes. Okay. What did I say it needs? Body entered. Now if we go over to level. And we add enemy. Oops. Wow, he's big. Oh no! Ah! Arr! Wait, how come I didn't die? First, let's make his scale smaller. Do we have you at? We have you scaled to 3.5. scale. 0.35. Odd. Here we go. Yeah, I feel like it would just be easier to copy it or... There need to be a more generic way of writing it. Or of creating an enemy. But I think I know why. It's not killing the player. It's not on the right. Collision. On one. Oh. Okay. Oh. Now I'm confused. Yeah, I don't really understand. It's also not colliding. Body entered. Code has one connection. Oh, right. Okay, I gotta put it in the group. Go. Alright, cool. One other thing I want to do is make sure the fireball is not colliding with the... picture. The fireball, I don't want it to collide with coins. So coins. Collision. Layer 3. Player is layer 1. Coin is layer 3. Fireball. Could be layer 2. interact with layer 1. Okay, and actually, enemies should be layer 2. Enemies should be layer 2 and interact with layer 1. Okay, that works. Awesome. So what did we do? We made another enemy. So that's cool. Let's rename this guy. Enemy Swordsman 1. Rename the scene as the scene as well. Enemy Swordsman 1. .tscn. Right, and this will be enemy swordsman. Swordsman 2. Got a refactor. Cool. So it's a little more organized now. We got another kind of enemy. He does the same thing. What we could do is add some kind of identifier if we want to differentiate the behavior. What could we do? Like, what if I did? I don't know if this will work. If self equals enemy swordsman print. Okay. Let's see if that works. Hmm. Do we still have that problem now? Is it only if they both stab me at the same time? I wonder where that comes from. That's weird. They both stab me at the same time. Alright. Well, let's watch Curtis's video. I feel like watching Curtis's video. That seems like it'll be relaxing. So let me change the stream info real quick. Probably play Honkai a little later too, but right now we'll just switch to just chatting. Cool. Oops.
Obsessed. And on top of the new designs, we've also got the silly tee, but now as a crew neck. So click the link in the description, grab some before it's gone. Okay, folks. This is an emergency video. I really was not planning on uploading again this month, but I had to. I'm working on a longer video right now, but I needed to take a break from it and talk about this because it is the funniest thing probably ever. So we've all heard the statistic that 50% of marriages end in divorce, right? Which unfortunately means the other 50% ends with someone dying. So I guess there's really no chill way to end a marriage. But as a child of divorce, this is a subject that hits close to home for me. Or I guess it publicly over the internet, right? Well, that is the case for most people, but unfortunately for writer and comedian Maddie Hart, that is exactly what happened. So a little bit of backstory, Maddie made a TikTok with this opening line.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny? It has to actually be funny.
Great topic of discussion, right? Trauma is traumatic inherently, but some of it can be hilarious also. For example, one time when I was a kid, my older sister held me down and sprayed Lysol on my open eczema wounds. Was that traumatic for me? A little bit. Was it hilarious? Not for me, but my sister was laughing while she was doing it, so I guess it was. Maddie's funny trauma is pretty unique, though.
My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing, and he got really good.
Okay, so right off the bat, wow, that's hilarious. I think that's just objectively funny. I think we can all agree on that. Like, abandoning your family to pursue breakdancing is crazy because, like, you could do both, right? You can easily do both. You can have a family and also breakdance in your spare time. I'm sure that's possible. Like,
That's what I thought when I first heard this. I was like, dude, you don't have to leave your family to go breakdancing. You can do both.
Most people, before they have a kid, they're like, "Oh, am I going to be a good parent? Is this like the right time to bring a child into this world?" If you're a dad who's like, "I just don't know if I'll have time for my breakdancing," don't have a kid, okay? Then again, they always say starting a family, being a parent is one of the most rewarding things you can do as a human being. But obviously those people have never tried spinning around on some cardboard in an alleyway. Back to the video, this breakdancing apparently wasn't just a hobby for the dad.
He like blew up. Like he became like a D-list celebrity status, like viral breakdancer. He became like the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world. Then he got on Good Morning America and talk shows, and Washington Post wrote about him, and he went super viral, and he did all these interviews, and he danced with Paula Abdul. And here, I'll show you.
Let's see, take a look at this 60-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60 years old. Amazing.
That's Ben Hart. He's competing at a break dancing competition in Philadelphia, and he may not have won, but I tell you what, he is winning over a lot of people on the
Holy
internet.
shit,
He really
dude.
is.
Yep,
He's pretty
I'll
good.
say, dude, he is
Like,
fucking
he's
up the
good.
dance floor, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
he's fucking up fatherhood as well, but I gotta respect the moves, man. Also, I love in that YouTube video at the bottom left, it says breakdancing dad goes viral, because like, not really. The dad part of that implies a man like taking care of his children, I would actually love a dance competition show about deadbeat dads. And they all fucking have dance-offs with each other, and they call it So You Think You Can Dad. Okay, let's keep watching the video.
This guy wouldn't pay my medical bills.
Yeah, I mean, tough to pay for your sick daughter's medical bills when you're already fucking sick, you know what I mean?
Worst part, damn it, he's good. I should not be able to move his body like that.
It could have been anything else, man. The fact that the dad chose breakdancing would send me over the edge. Like, honestly, I think a dad abandoning your family to, like, play professional Fortnite would be better than this. For some reason, though, the image of a breakdancing father is so funny to me, dude. Probably because dads are usually, like, dorky, right? They're not, like, fucking busting moves, right? I just can't get the image of a breakdancing father out of my head.
Dad, can you just please make me dinner? I'm starving. Just take care of me.
Okay, let's keep watching.
He may not have paid for some of my medical bills growing up, but he did give me this breakdancing merchandise. So that's
Sick.
him. He's on his head. Benny Hanna is his b-boy name. I'll get texts like this. Happy birthday, question mark.
Yo.
And then like links to his breakdancing videos.
Jesus. What a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah,
Happy birthday
that's-
with
that's
a
not
question
good.
Mark is crazy rude. Happy birthday? I don't know. I mean, on second thought, can you blame him for being a little lost? He's been spinning on his fucking head for years. I feel like that's definitely got to give you some brain damage. He probably doesn't even know what year it is. And also, dude, it's so wild to send links of your breakdancing to the kid that you abandoned for breakdancing, dude. Like, why the fuck would she want to watch that, Like, does he think his daughter wanted him to do this? Like, abandon her for breakdancing? Sweetie, I'm finally doing it. Doing what? I'm gonna pursue a career in breakdancing. But unfortunately, that means I have to leave you forever. What? Dad, no, you can't go. I need you. Mom needs you. I'm sorry, honey. You'll understand one day, but I must go. Dad, no, don't go. Please, Dad, no. So just like her breakdancing dad, this video went viral. It got like 6 million views, and all the comments are saying how crazy this whole situation is. And with videos like this, it usually ends here. We all laugh, we talk about how crazy it is, we make our jokes, and then we move on. But not this time. Benny Hanna, the breakdancing dad, was apparently receiving a bunch of hate comments from people who saw that video. So he decided to make a response video to his daughter.
If you ever find yourself in this situation, do not do that. If you ever find yourself thinking, I'm being unfairly treated on the internet, what I need to do is go on and make a video explaining my position so that people will understand me. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's like how every villain has to think of some creative way of killing the hero, and then the hero always just gets away. It's like, no, it's never gonna work. Just don't do it. Just shoot the hero. Just don't get out the ukulele. Just don't try to defend yourself leaving your daughter for a breakdancing career. Just don't do that. You know? Just don't.
daughter's video and post it on Twitter. And I gotta say, right off the bat, before he says anything, I already have one pretty large criticism, and that is his button-up, all-over print Bitcoin shirt.
Love it.
Where the fuck do you even acquire one of those, dude? Where do you buy that? Did he pick that up at Dan Flash's?
They have this one shirt that costs $1,000 because the pattern's so wild.
And upon further research, I found out that Benihana, he represents Bitcoin in breakdancing competitions, dude. I don't even know if it's official either. I think he's just a ride or die Bitcoin fan, dude. And now that I think about it, it does make sense that the breakdancing dad would be a crypto bro, because just like him, cryptocurrency doesn't pay your medical bills. But right away, he's got some objections to some of the claims that were made against him by his daughter.
And frankly, I was pretty chagrined by what I heard, to say the least. However, I do need to correct a few statements in the video.
I also don't really know why he's talking like a cartoon villain.
First,
It's
I can
so
see
weird
that as
the
a
way he's
5-year-old,
talking.
Maddie would see her dad as having abandoned the family. One day I was living there, the next day I wasn't. And that will look like abandonment to a child. But married couples do get divorced about half the time in America. And I was just living a mile or so down the street in LaGrange, Illinois.
Okay, so I made the same point at the beginning of this video. A lot of marriages end in divorce, and it can be a confusing thing for children, I'll agree with that. But like, your kids wouldn't say you abandoned your family if you didn't abandon your family, dude.
Yeah.
Why would you lie about that? Like, if your parents went through a divorce and you still have a good relationship with your dad, you know, he's actively trying to be in your life and always reaching out to you and stuff, then you would never use the word abandon. You would just use the word divorce. That must have been tough, dude. That divorce, especially, must have been really tricky. I can only imagine what it was like getting divorced by a fucking breakdancer. Hey, sorry I have to do this, but my lawyers say it's a formality. I know, just give me the papers. Papers? What the fuck is happening?
Who would ever divorce someone like that, though?
You just got served. Okay, that's not what they meant. You have to serve me papers.
Why do you keep saying paper? Cryptocurrency is the future.
He then goes on to say that Maddie was actually lying about the financial situation, and he says he was actually paying like a bunch of money in child support.
Now, about not paying medical bills. That's just not correct. Maddie's mom, my ex-wife, got $2 million at the get-go. Plus, I was paying her $18,000 per month in child support and alimony.
And if that's true, fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. I guess breakdancing really pays the bills.
In all, I paid out about $5 million to my ex-wife.
And then the dad drops another bomb on us, dude. He says that he didn't abandon the family for breakdancing.
I did not abandon the family for breakdancing.
Apparently, he just had a regular job and just accidentally started breakdancing.
I have a career. I'm in the advertising business. That's how I was able to afford to pay Maddie's mom $5 million. I took up breakdancing entirely by accident in 2012.
Nobody accidentally starts breakdancing, dude. Like, when I think of accident, I think of, like, you know, you're clumsy, you knock stuff over, you fall over or something like that, right? Like, did he just, like, trip on something and then immediately, like, start doing the worm? Oh my god, I'm sorry, this is so embarrassing. I'm not trying to do this at all. So after this video came out, Maddie made a response to it, pretty much disputing everything he said.
I know my dad posted like a 10-minute video or whatever being like, you know, my daughter's lying. We have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not true. Like, guys, we're all freaking out about this in my family group chat right now. We're being like, he's so unhinged and delusional.
And the contradictions continue.
We don't know if he actually believes his own narrative or if he's lying
Yeah.
on purpose, but he's just like a weird guy. Yeah, he said he lived down the street from us.
And I was just living a mile or so down the street in LaGrange, Illinois.
That's not true. Or like if he did, it was only for a few months maybe, but actually for most of my childhood, he lived in Florida with his new wife. Like, basically,
God
like,
damn,
he left us,
dude.
immediately married another woman. We didn't hear from him for years.
I saw the kids all the time.
He truly had no hand in raising us at all. We don't speak with any sort of regularity. He doesn't know when my birthday is.
I saw the kids all the time.
But I do know that several times I've asked him for financial help with medical expenses, like especially like in college, and he wouldn't help me.
Now, about not paying medical bills, that's just not correct.
That's what I was referring to in my video when I was like, he wouldn't pay some of my medical bills.
I don't know what to believe. I don't know the truth. I am at liberty to believe her, the person who went through this, because I'm not gonna trust a guy wearing a Bitcoin shirt. And also the top response to Benihana's video is "You are awesome" from none other than Elon Musk.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, automatic hell. If I posted anything and Elon Musk responded to it agreeing with me, oh my god, that's how you know you're on the wrong side of history, dude.
Right?
It's also really funny for famously deadbeat dad Elon Musk, whose own
Right.
daughter
Yeah.
changed her last name so she would never be associated with him.
Yeah.
Is another deadbeat dad. And on top of that, most of the people like hyping this dude up are dudes who have been in similar situations. This guy Douglas Carr said, "I've been trashed on social by my daughter. You've set an example I will strive to follow in the future." Praying emoji. Dude.
Just like, dude, like, she triggered all the dads whose daughters hate them. It's hilarious. It's so funny. It's just like, yeah, my daughter sucks too. She won't talk to me. It's like, yeah, it's a mystery. I just don't know why. I couldn't imagine why. Oh man.
In the future? So you know your daughter is gonna do it again? Hey, here's how to stop that. I think the best way to ensure your daughter won't badmouth you on social media is to be a better father. But no, this guy's gonna do just exactly what Benihana did instead. If my daughter ever trashes me on social media again, I will simply spin on my head. But guys, I'm sorry I did this, but I didn't even show you the end of Benihana's response. 20 seconds after he says he didn't abandon his family in the name of breakdancing.
I did not abandon the family for breakdancing.
20 seconds after saying that, he does this.
Now, some of you might be wondering, can he still breakdance at age 66? Well, I don't know. Let's see. I'll give it a try.
Okay, Maddie, let's see how the old man does.
I mean, it kind of seems like he made this video just to, like, you know, promote his dancing. What an asshole. Why?
The main point is that it's never too late to start breakdancing.
Oh, dude, the Bitcoin flag in the back is taking me out, dude. What are you doing, bro?
So there's really no excuse for anyone not to be breakdancing.
All your daughter wanted you to do was step up and be a good father. But all you did was step up to the streets. If I ever saw a video of my dad breakdancing in a Bitcoin shirt, I would never recover. I would need the help of every therapist in the world. How do you just go on living a normal life after seeing that?
I don't know.
Be like, I never abandoned you for breakdancing. Now check this out. He then finishes his video by reading some funny comments that he saw on his daughter's TikTok.
My mom abandoned me as a kid to join a Renaissance fair across the country.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Sorry. He actually ends it with a separate clip of him breakdancing. And like several people have pointed out already, going on Twitter to defend yourself, saying you're not a deadbeat dad, while encouraging your Twitto. You know Twitto friends? Oh my god. But going on Twitter to say you aren't a deadbeat dad to convince your fucking Twitter crypto bros to go and dunk on your daughter, that's probably
No, see, that's the thing. It's like you are definitely a piece of shit father if you go on social media and trash your dad. No, I'm sorry. Trash your daughter. Like, respond to your daughter like being like, you abandoned me. Fuck, I messed that up. Okay. What I mean is, you're not doing a good job convincing me that you're not a deadbeat father by going on to Twitter and responding to your daughter's TikTok. You know, like it just doesn't like, is that how you communicate? Like, no, like I don't think that. Okay.
Most deadbeat thing a dad could do. I'm not a deadbeat dad. My daughter's lying for attention. Absolutely wild series of events, dude. And I'm not going to sit here and claim to know the inner workings and details of a family that I do not know personally. But I just had to talk about this because I think that a dad bailing on their family for breakdancing is objectively hilarious. I think there is a bright side to this, though. Some dads leave and you never get the real reason for why they left. But in this case, at least there's closure.
At least
right?
she knows why.
Finality.
It was
at least you know why your dad left, and it's breakdancing. You never have to lie awake at night wondering why your dad left. You just have to lie awake at night wondering where your dad got that shirt. Where the fuck did he buy that? I think the only way to settle this whole ordeal is with a dance-off. If the daughter wins, Benihana has to burn that shirt. And if the dad wins, he has to burn that shirt.
Did Curtis bring his nose ring back?
Stuff happened. I thought that was the end of the breakdancing dad saga, but I guess not. So first...
Wait. We have to investigate here. Did Curtis get a nose ring again? I think that he had one, and then he didn't have one because it was too much drama, and now he has one again. Let's look. 1 year ago, did he have a nose
Big
ring?
announcement. I'm going on a US...
Yes. Okay.
Hey guys, this week we have a pretty...
Yes, he did.
Oh, wait. Only I can listen.
Son of a bitch!
Your country has laws, I'm assuming.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sorry, that's funny.
Oh, wait. Hey guys, this week...
Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. He's always had a nose ring. He's always had a nose ring. I'm an asshole.
And on top of the new designs... He has to burn that shirt. And no matter what the outcome, that has to go. Okay, some more stuff happened. I thought that was the end of the breakdancing dad saga, but I guess not. So first off, Benihana quote tweeted Elon's response from before.
Oh,
wow,
fuck.
Elon just commented on my post. Love you, Elon. Thank you for saving free speech and civilization. I don't think he did either of those things. Thank you for saving free speech. I love free speech, except when my fucking daughter does it. Also, Benihana posted another video to his Twitter. It's a half-hour-long response to his daughter's response to his response to her original video. And he goes on to say that it's impossible for him to be a bad father because he has a bunch of home videos of him hanging out with his daughter.
Okay, so let's roll tape to see what childhood was actually like for my kids.
He then goes on to just post a bunch of childhood home videos.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
In this video, he denounces the people who are harassing his daughter. He tells them to stop, which is good.
I don't want anyone attacking or bullying Maddie.
And then he says that he suggested to fly out to LA to visit his daughter so they could collab.
I also suggested to her that after my response video, I could fly out to Los Angeles. We could then do a collaboration video, sitting down together and hash out these issues. People would love that, I said.
But like, my man, how do you not see that suggesting a collab before suggesting just a regular private conversation with your daughter to go through the problems you guys are clearly having within your relationship? How do you not see that that is a red flag in itself and pretty telling about your character? I really want to fix this relationship, but only if Elon Musk can see. And the rest of the video, he pulls up like a bunch of receipts and he scrolls to show all the texts between them and stuff. And he claims that he's been helping her out financially, even like up until recently during the writer's strike that just took place.
So I agreed to pay her $250 per week while the writer's strike was still going on.
And you know what? He almost had me for a second. He almost had me on his side for a second. But then out of nowhere, he kind of went into this weird rant about how men shouldn't get married.
And when you think about it, it really makes no financial sense anymore for males to get married.
And then he says that his daughters were brainwashed by their mother, and that's why they feel that way towards him. There can't be any other reason.
Yeah, no, they couldn't have their own thoughts or feelings about him.
Women are evil.
It must
yes,
be.
Maddie was brainwashed against her dad by her mom for 19 years. That's true. In a divorce situation, the mother is the one who really ends up raising the kids. It's then the dad's job to provide the money. Meanwhile, the mom, the ex-wife, is with the kids almost the entire time, dumping all over the dad.
And if you think that was bad, just wait.
But now there's this other element. The kids are also being brainwashed into leftist woke insanity by the schools. Starting in kindergarten, all the way through college and grad
He went
school.
all the way down
Girls
the
in school are taught
pipeline.
to hate men, to see themselves as victims of the so-called patriarchy. And they're taught that there are many genders. And why not consider changing your gender? The schools should be teaching reading, writing, math, science, and marketable skills.
They are. They absolutely are. How fucking Twitter pilled do you have to be?
Yeah.
To genuinely think that kids have like gender homework. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh yeah, I've got woke math later. I forgot to do my estrogen homework. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? This guy's so lost. To unironically be like, from a young age.
Guys, I got my testosterone today. I better study.
Girls are forced to believe in the so-called patriarchy. And literally right before saying that, he was complaining about how in divorces, it's usually the mothers who get full custody and the fathers are the ones stuck just paying for stuff. And it's like, dude, why do you think it works that way, dude? Why do you think it's been that way forever? Drumroll, please. The patriarchy, you dumbass. It's right, like he's so close to getting it, dude. This is like that Eric Andre meme. So then, in his video responding to his daughter about him being a weirdo, he goes on to complain about gender ideology and how the woke virus is infecting the school
Yeah,
system.
that's so crazy.
There's nothing of value being taught in the schools. It's all political indoctrination into woke ideology.
Yeah, man. You aren't weird at all. But it gets even worse.
Don't send your kids to college or even to school at all. The schools are pure poison. Homeschool your kids instead. Then instead of wasting $350,000 sending your kids to Harvard or some elite college, just have your kids learn a marketable skill for free or almost free online.
That is such dog shit advice.
That
they
is
don't teach you anything
insane.
of value in school. So just homeschool your kids, or you can teach them how to break dance all day long. That is such a bad... Don't homeschool your kids, okay? Stop it. You know what happens when you homeschool someone? That shirt happens. If you show up to a public school wearing a button-up Bitcoin shirt, dude, you are getting bullied so hard, and that...
Yeah, I mean, my opinion on this is probably not popular, but I really don't think homeschooling should be allowed. Or it should be severely restricted to only the most special of circumstances. Because I genuinely think it can be... I just don't think that there's any benefit. You know? I think it's just a recipe. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people who homeschool their kids are fine people and everything like that. It's just it opens up kids to falling through the cracks. School is often where a lot of abuse is caught, right? School is often where a kid can get help when they're in trouble. And if they're so-called homeschooled and the government's not doing their job and checking in on them, then it can be really disastrous. I really don't think it should be something that's encouraged or even necessarily allowed.
That shirt's going to be in the garbage by lunchtime. So I think the public school system is good for at least one thing. And after he posted this video, Candace Owens quote tweeted it and said, I honestly hope the relationship gets amended, but this happening publicly will foster a much needed societal discussion about divorce, male treatment, and woke society. The lefty daughter was brainwashed against her dad, that he privately asked her to take down the video and she refused despite using his real name and therefore causing real-world harm to him with her lies is reason enough for him to publicly respond. And then his good buddy Elon responded to this video too and said, most people don't realize how much the woke virus is poisoning the minds of their kids. Better to take them out of school than allow Soviet-level indoctrination to take place.
Oh my god, people are losing their goddamn minds.
Reading this shit is making my head spin. And not the breakdancing way, dude. God, everyone's such a fucking dork, man. And fucking Benihana quote tweeted it and said, "Thank you, Elon. I love you."
I wonder
again, thank you most.
I wonder if he's ever said that to his daughter.
Of all for saving free speech and defending civilization. Dude, said I love you, dude. I bet he never forgets Elon's birthday. But as insane as that video was, I gotta give him a few points because he didn't end this video with just a fucking random clip of him breakdancing.
Yeah, he did.
Just kidding. So in conclusion, I hope, in my opinion, anything that he said throughout his videos that could have been used to show that he was a good person kind of went out the door after going into that weird misogynistic, transphobic, stupid fucking rant for no reason. So Benihana, how about you stop the break dancing, you take a break from dancing, remove Elon's dick and balls and butthole out of your mouth, and then maybe you'll be able to communicate better.
And that's really all I have to say.
So I don't know how to end the video now. Alright, that's it. I want to just goof around, sort of silly style on this because I thought it was really funny. Don't send the daughter or the dad any hate or weird comments. I never want that to happen, so just fucking don't do that, please. That is not cool. That's not very b-boy to do that. Alright, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this little silly video, press a like button, because believe it or not, 1 like equals 1 spin I will do on my head. Oh yeah, leave a comment. Let me know if you want more silly, quick little videos like this, because this was goofy. This was fun. Press the subscribe button if you haven't already. Come on, do it. And as soon as you press the subscribe button, you become a valued citizen of Curtistown. If you didn't know, Curtistown is the best place to live in the world. And I'm the mayor of Curtistown, so you have to be nice to me. It's the law. You can check the description for the new merch. Go grab it. Also, my podcast down there, my Instagram, all that fun stuff. All right. Obsessed. And on top of the new designs, we've also got the silly tee, but now as a crew neck. So click the link in the description, grab some before it's gone. Okay, folks, this is an emergency video. I really was not planning on uploading again this month, but I had to.
This video is sponsored by Ren.
I'm back. That's right,
God.
I'm back. Sorry I took such a long break, but although I had some time off, I was still keeping pretty busy. I got new fingers. That's what that meant. No. I got married, dude. I got married in Italy. It was the best. All my friends were there. We ate a bunch of food. We drank a bunch of wine. We all danced like crazy. It was the best day of my life. And we also ran into Jeff Goldblum a few days after while we were getting lunch. But now I'm back in Canada. And
Seriously?
That's great. I'm not quite home yet. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm visiting some family right now, but I'm getting closer. I'm almost there. Also, I just finished my first ever North American theater tour. It's done. The whole tour is done now, finally. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who came out to any of the shows. Me, Jacob, and Dean, we're never going to forget that for the rest of our lives. It was crazy. We got to perform in some of like the most iconic, beautiful venues in the entire country. So just thank you so much. To everyone who did not see the show, we're working on ways where everyone will be able to see the show, no matter where you live. And everybody asking for a Toronto show, I hear you, it's coming, okay? Also another thing, just hit 1 million followers on Twitter, so there's, what, three absolute W's in a row? 3 W's in a row? What am I, a fucking website? So my first video back, originally I wanted to talk about this weird movie I found on YouTube, but something popped up that I just had to address a little bit. I think the next video will be that weird movie, but I need to talk about this right now. But first off, sorry. Hope I still remember how to do this. Folks, concerts. Aren't they the best? I love concerts so much. Curtis Connor, more like Curtis Concerts, okay? There's nothing like that feeling you get when you find out your favorite band is coming to your city. So you save your money for when tickets finally go on sale. You know, maybe you pick up some extra shifts so you can afford to get some merch while you're at the show. And then the tickets go live, and by some miracle, you get the ones that you want. And for months, no matter what shitty thing happens to you, in the back of your head, you're like, well, at least I got that Imagine Dragons concert to look forward to. And the show day rolls around, you get to the venue, you go to your seats, and the band comes on stage, you're having so much fun, and you think life can't get any better. But then, they play your favorite song, which is obviously Thunder
by Imagine Dragons. And all your real world problems melt away as you sing the lyrics to the best song ever made. Thunder, I hardly know her. Still got it. In all seriousness though, I've made some incredible memories at live shows. The first concert I ever went to was NSYNC. I fell asleep halfway through, but that's not because they were boring, it's just because I was 5. I saw One Direction before they broke up. I mean, I've danced and cried at like 6 separate The 1975 shows. Hell, I've even performed on stage in concert with Wallows, okay? Live music is like a huge part of my life, and I'm very lucky to one, be financially stable enough to be able to go to live shows, and 2, live in Toronto, the only Canadian city that bands perform in. But sometimes concerts and the anticipation of a show makes people do some pretty questionable things. Questionable things that lead to even more questionable videos, which brings us to today's topic. We're gonna take a look at some videos from a creator called Tara's World, I don't know, sorry. This creator made a certain video that has been definitely making the rounds on TikTok for the past week and a bit, and it's really fascinating. I wanted to talk about it. I've not heard about this creator until this video started going viral on TikTok. But I did a little bit of research, and they're like best buds with James Charles, so that's, you know, that's a good sign. That's not important, I guess. Let's watch the video.
The most insane thing happened to me last night at the Harry Styles concert. Basically, I ended up spending $10,000 at this Harry Styles concert. Let me explain.
Okay, that's a lot of money, obviously. But sorry.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
think it's so funny when people say,
let me explain.
When they're like recording a video by themselves, you know, because it's like, I don't have a choice. You're recording. I think you're gonna explain stuff to me, you know.
I ended up spending $10,000.
That's too much money. I don't believe you. I'm gonna skip off this video.
Let me explain.
Also, sorry, I forgot how long this TikTok is, so I'm just gonna summarize. So she says she spends like $2,000 on tickets to Harryween, which if you don't know is a Harry Styles concert on Halloween. I was there, it was awesome. But yeah, she spent like $2,000 on these tickets for her and some friends or whatever. She bought them on StubHub, okay? But the seller on StubHub didn't send the tickets to her in time, so she's like freaking out.
And I'm like, these tickets never made it to my email. I'm like looking, it says the tickets were confirmed, but like the tickets aren't there.
And before we get any further, I'm not here to criticize anybody on how they want to spend their money. I don't care. I buy like so many Pokemon cards and I'm almost 30. You know, do what you want. But like, yo, is the exact price of everything really relevant in the story? Do you need to tell everybody that? I don't think you do.
$10,000.
Like, nobody fucking cares about how much money you spent, right? Like, the issue you have is with StubHub. But I digress, sorry. She goes on to say that she calls StubHub to, like, figure out what's going on. But the employee at StubHub sounded like she just, like, didn't care about her problem at all.
First of all, this lady on the phone sounded like she was at a bar and she would, like, hardly speak to me. Like, she wasn't even talking. Like, she didn't give a fuck. But, like, by the she was basically just like, yeah, like we can't give you your pit seat.
And yeah, obviously that sucks, you know, to get some bad customer service like that, but hearing that makes me think there's something a little deeper going on, you know? I don't think this StubHub person was just at a bar, if you know what I mean. What do you mean I can't get my tickets?
I'm sorry, like, I'd love to give you your tickets, but I just can't. It's a real shame too. These are nice seats.
Yeah, I know they are. Wait. What'd you say?
I mean, I saw them and they seemed like nice seats. Sorry, I gotta go. The show's starting. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on.
Oh, wait, this is Harry Styles? Yeah, I thought this was the Imagine Dragon show. Damn it. I'm leaving.
Oh, come on. But back to the video. This next part is why this video sort of went viral on TikTok.
I was like, I paid almost $2,000 for these pit seats. I need these pit seats. She was like, yeah, we can replace them with like balcony ticket. I was like, no, like I finna be in the pit. I finna be in the pit.
So yeah,
I've watched this video many times and I'm still like, what the fuck?
This part obviously became a huge meme on TikTok because obviously I'm finna be in pit. It's just inherently funny, okay? And let me explain. Based on principle alone, she should get the tickets that she paid for. If you pay for something, you should get that, right?
True.
Just on a basic level, I understand that. But
Yeah.
like, come on, dude. Why are you posting this for everybody to see? You know what I mean? You could have just complained about this to your other rich friends and they would have given you the response that you wanted, you know? But you're just posting this on your public TikTok page. Why? Like, why though? Okay? But the video gets worse, all right? Let her explain.
I go on Vivid Seats and SeatGeek, and there's one ticket left on each site. After taxes, $4,200 each. I buy them. Because what other fucking choice do I have?
I mean, you did have like a bunch of other choices, right? You had like a crazy amount of choices. You could have done like anything, you know? You could have taken those balcony tickets that the StubHub employee kindly offered you. I honestly think that employee went like above and beyond, you know? She offered you those tickets while she was finna be in the pit. But like, if you can comfortably drop $8,000 on concert tickets, don't complain about dropping $8,000 on concert tickets. This reminds me of that like South Park episode when Napster is like ruining all the celebrities' lives.
Look, there's Lars now sitting by his pool.
What's the matter with him?
This month he was hoping to have a gold-plated Shark Tank bar installed right next to the pool. But thanks to people downloading his music for free, he must now wait a few months before he can afford it.
Also, the other thing, I looked this up, okay? If you don't get the tickets from the seller on StubHub in time for the concert, you get all your money back. You just get it back, no questions asked. So you're gonna get the money back that you lost. And another thing, I did some more research on this person. Aside from being friends with James Charles for whatever reason, they have gone to every single Harry Styles show that he has done in LA, and he's done a lot of them.
He's doing 15 shows. I am going to 12 of those shows. Every single night, my whole world has been flipped upside down. I have no idea what my life is anymore. I have no productivity. The only thing on my mind is Harry. Tonight is
Harry?
God, what night is it?
Harry?
So it's like, oh, yo, okay,
Harry?
you missed that one? You already saw it, and you can go to another one. Like, you've seen more shows in the pit than most people will see in the fucking nosebleeds. Dude, I'm gonna get a nosebleed by fucking how mad this is making me, dude. So, unlike Harry Styles, this is incredibly tone deaf. She went to every single LA show in the pit, but then the one night she didn't get floor tickets, she just bought different floor tickets. What's the problem then? And it's, dude, the craziest part, back to what I said earlier, why are you telling people this, man? It's crazy because you could have just not. You did not have to make that video.
Yep.
Again, you've made yourself a bunch of money. Fucking awesome. Congratulations. That's amazing. Buy all the floor seats in the world. But don't complain to people who are living paycheck to paycheck that you had to spend $8,000 like you had no other
Yeah, you
choice.
definitely didn't.
So once this video started gaining some traction, shortly after she made an apology video, obviously. And let me tell you, this apology video
Okay, this is the best fucking part. You will not be able to guess what the first thing she says in the video is. Like, I know this is old, but this still gets me. Okay, watch.
threw me for a fucking loop.
No
I was not prepared for this video
shit,
whatsoever.
brother.
So let's watch.
First, let's address the bird, because oh my god.
Yeah, that's the first sentence. First, let's address the bird. That's the first sentence of the apology video.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Okay, I'll make this short and sweet for you. So when I first got Marty, my bird, I didn't do any research at all, which is the worst idea. Don't ever do that. Make sure to do a lot of research before you get it.
What the fuck is she talking about? It's going on and on about the bird.
Pet, because I didn't know anything. So when I first got him, I would make TikToks with him, and like I'd be like petting his back or whatever, because like where am I gonna pet the thing now? And I started to get like a few comments here and there being like, don't touch him there, like that can like turn them on. And I thought this was the funniest thing in the world. And so I eventually looked it up, and it's true. Like if you touch a bird on their back or under their wings, I guess that can like sexually arouse them. So I made this like dumb video because like me and my mother thought that was the funniest. It's not funny, but we thought it was crazy. That's a thing. So we'd make jokes about it all the time, and then I made that dumb video like, oh, I still do it sometimes. I was joking, okay? But I get it. Some things are better left in the family group chat. That was a fucking joke. So I will never be defending myself again on why I am the best owner for that bird. I love that bird more than fucking anything. I would do anything for that bird.
I mean, yeah, I guess you would. Well, okay. I swear to God, dude, when I first watched that video, I looked like Ghostface. Like, my mouth was agape. I had because I thought it was just going to be an apology for the concert thing. I swear, this has to be the first time an internet personality had to apologize for arousing their pet, you know? Okay, so maybe this is the second time, but still, very weird. Also, one more thing. Did she say that you scratch under the wing to get it aroused? Under the wing is pretty much the armpit of the bird. Finna be in pit has like a whole new meaning now, dude.
I'm finna be in the pit.
Okay, let's get to the actual apology.
The finna shit. First of all, I don't even know why that came out of my mouth. I never even say that. It just sort of came out because I was flustered. But that's also the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I've been asking people in my life about this whole situation. I'm like, what do you think? And they're like, that's fucking stupid. If you guys are that mad about something like that, you are not gonna make it through this life.
Okay, great. So people were getting mad at her for saying finna because people were saying that is AAVE. And hey, I'm a white guy. I am a white male. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, it wasn't, or yes, it, because like, what do I know? I don't fucking know shit. Like, it's not my place to, you know, say that. But to be like, oh, you're mad at the thing I did? Well, you wait till you see what other people do. I am absolved. Like, just because worse things happen doesn't mean the thing you did is automatically good, right? Oh, you're mad that I stole your car? You wait till you hear about 9/11. The rest of the video, in my opinion, isn't too bad as far as apology videos go, which is a low bar. But she acknowledges that she's in a very privileged position to be able to drop that amount of money on concert tickets like the day of.
And of course, I'm very grateful and blessed that I am able to do that.
She also said that she's been giving away a bunch of tickets to Harry Styles shows.
That's why I've given away 10 tickets to these shows.
Which is great if that's true. I tried to find some confirmation on this. I couldn't find any, but you know, I highly doubt that she would just get on there and just lie. That'd be fucking crazy. Almost as crazy as diddling a bird, but so I thought it was going kind of all right, but then she kind of ruins it by calling everybody who criticizes her mean and or a pussy.
But yeah, if you are a mean person or a pussy, I recommend just block me. Don't watch my videos, okay? Because I'm never gonna be like changing my personality because I'm scared of what people are gonna say. Couldn't be me.
Translation, fuck you, poor people. Yeah. I just flipped you the bird. Speaking of flipping the bird, where's my pet bird at? Again, back to the video. If you have $8,000 or $10,000 to spend on concert tickets, great job. But at least like have the foresight to know that the average person is not gonna be on your side when you complain about that, you know? But I think that video of hers is a great representation of modern concert culture. With the rise of TikTok and social media in general, the barrier between fan and artist is being broken down more and more, sometimes literally. And it's gotten to the point where people will do or pay whatever they can to get the experience that they want. Like, nobody else matters, this concert is for me. I feel like that's what a lot of people feel like these days. You know, whether it's a certain photo or a video that they want, or just to get the artist to acknowledge them in any way, even if it means negatively. There was that video a few weeks ago where someone kept throwing stuff on stage at a Steve Lacy show, so he smashed someone's camera on stage. Did he have to do that? Of course not. Do I understand why I did it? Yes, absolutely I do. I break your shit, it's a bad habit. Even at my like stand-up shows, I've had people throw stuff on stage while I'm in the middle of a bit.
Yeah, that's fucked up,
will,
dude.
Like yell like dumb shit at me. And it's crazy because it's like I'll respond to this person yelling dumb shit and I'll make fun of them and then everybody will laugh at them. But the person who yelled the thing is like laughing along with everybody. And then I have to be the bad guy and be like, no, we're making fun of you. Nobody here likes you, okay? Do you think I want to do that? Do you think I like doing that?
Yeah.
Because I do. Sometimes I really do like that. It makes you feel good. But still, when a performer is performing, let them perform. Let them do the thing that you paid them to do. I've seen tweets and stuff lately being like, man, ever since COVID, ever since the lockdown finished, no one knows how to behave at concerts. And yeah, maybe that's true, but also Woodstock 99 happened. So
yeah,
like maybe nobody has ever really known how to behave at shows. Like I feel at the very least, there's always one person doing something crazy to get some attention, you know? I'm looking at you, John Wilkes Booth. I know I've gotten a little off topic here, but I think the message here is just being respectful to other people at shows. You know, no matter how much money you spent on your tickets. And if you have the means to spend $10,000 on some pit tickets, to not even watch the show that you're paying to see. Yeah, that's the other thing I forgot to say, dude. This is why she finna be in the pit to sit on the dirtiest floor of all time and just yell lyrics at their friend. Harry Styles is right there. Look at him. Man, speaking of concerts, did you know that conventional touring is like really bad for the environment? Let's learn how we can offset some of that by talking about
What should we do, chat? Can play something. I'm really tired of Genshin right now, though. Fuck it. Let's play this. I never played it. Oh wait, did it crash? Oh no, it didn't crash. Hang on. Alright, we are playing Knights of the Old Republic 2. I never played this one. I played the first one and it was amazing. But I never played this one. Arun Falu. Okay. Let's play.
Primary power offline. Hyperdrive offline. Multiple hull breaches detected. Proximity alert. The Ebon Hawk is adrift in space after a terrible battle. Most of its crew are dead or dying. You lie in the medical room in critical condition. You won't survive long without medical attention. The hyperdrive is damaged. Main power must be restored in order to bring the engines online and dock with the nearby Paragus mining station for much-needed repairs. Your fate and that of the Ebon Hawk depend upon T3M4, a lone astromech droid. Return to this location at any time to skip the prologue.
I'm gonna skip the prologue. I've seen it many times. Basically, we crashed. Whatever. Oh, come on. Really? God, that is so annoying. I didn't realize Obsidian made this. Alright, I'm just gonna load this.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead? Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things. I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened? Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt. Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down. So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now. I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave. We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed. You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impression.
Ooh.
I'm not offering to help you. I'm not so young as to leap from death's door as quickly as you. I leave you to the explorations.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbo lifts have been sealed to contain the explosion. Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbo lifts have been sealed. Emergency lockdown. Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbo lifts have been sealed to contain. Emergency lockdown overridden.
Can't I move with the joystick now? The game actually doesn't look bad for being 20 years old. But why can't I move? It's so annoying.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbo
What is going on? Oh, that is annoying. All right. Sorry, guys. Screw that. I'm gone. Oh, you're gonna miss me when you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss me when I'm you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Play some Hawkeye. In a little while. You're gonna wish me when I'm gone. I don't know why every time it needs my freaking password. Alright, I'm gonna change it back to English. I don't think DMing with the other characters is such a bad thing. Like, it's not like weird. I don't know if I find that it adds that much to the experience for me, but I could see why other people might like it. No, not this. This.
nothing. The unannounced disappearance record holder is right here.
And that's something to be proud of?
It's good to have everyone back together. Let me get straight to it.
Go ahead.
Regarding the Stellaron and your predicament in the overworld, your friends have gone over both with me again. The last time I saw Cocolia, she was an impressive young lady. I never thought that after becoming the Guardian. All I can say is that I sympathize with your situation. Rest easy. Wildfire won't go behind your back on this. Your plan sounds a bit like the ravings of a drunken miner, but at least you're offering a road forwards. We Underworlders haven't had a road to anywhere for a long time now, and you can see how things have become. I'm willing to give you guys a shot.
Well, gee.
Don't worry, Mr. Oleg. We'll make sure you don't regret it.
Thanks.
Ravings
I
of
guess.
a drunken miner is a little harsh.
Yeah, I kind of think so
Maybe
too,
it is.
Dan Han.
But I think we need to set our sights on something a bit more realistic. You guys want to know the whereabouts of the Stellaron. Wildfire wants to remove the restrictions on the Underworld. In other words, Svarog is the target of both our efforts. If we can't deal with the boss, we can't deal with anything.
He wouldn't understand. You're forgetting he's a robot. It'd be faster to smash him to scrap metal.
We should make preparations for both approaches. Of course, it's better to settle matters through peaceful means, but if the situation changes, we must be prepared for armed conflict at a moment's notice. Wildfire has tried many times to make contact with Svarog, without success. He has no intention of engaging with us. At our current strength, it would be incredibly dangerous to use force. Svarog's robots don't fear sacrifice, and I don't want to risk Underworld lives. But things have changed. Your arrival constitutes an external variable for Svarog. I may not have the full picture, but perhaps you guys have an opportunity to sway him.
That would be best.
Our scheme is coming along nicely. But I fear that Svarog just isn't the swaying type. You'll understand when you get to his territory. Things never run smoothly down here. What about you, Miss Silvermane? You're the only one here that isn't compelled to do or die with Svarog. I'd like to hear your plan.
Oh, the Underworld is still a part of Belobog. If Svarog's existence constitutes a threat to the people here, I will of course stand with you.
Excellent. An enlightened answer, young lady, and spoken like a true successor to the guardianship. Seeing as we're all on the same side, there's no reason to delay. Let's go. I've arranged for a guide to take you to Svarog. Wildfire's relationship with Svarog has been hostile for a long time now. Accompanying you would only lead to misunderstandings. We'll be nearby, awaiting orders. If things go south, we'll be there in no time. Zila, perhaps you can take our outsider friends the rest of the way.
I'm on it, boss.
I wonder if Svarog can be reasoned with. I'm skeptical. Boring.
Hook? You.
This I really wasn't expecting.
So, the moles are a part of Wildfire.
Ah, that's right. It's me, Pitch Dark Hook the Great. What do you want?
Kiddo, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I will be your guide, friends, by order of Chief Oleg. I gotta say I'm a little upset at the thought of you choosing a toddler over your old buddy Sampo.
I like Sampo.
All right, don't get started. But I want to ask you something. Everyone in Wildfire knows the location of Svarog's lair. Why do we need you as a guide?
My specialty's in the field, perhaps. Wildfire may know where the base is, but have they ever been inside?
You've been inside?
No, but I felt my way around the outside and picked up more than a few clues. I can help you. You have my word. Hey, what are you trying to say? Name me someone above or below ground that walks the talk like Sampo Koski. My legacy will prove that Sampo Koski was nothing but a willing and devoted servant of...
Oh, enough. Jeez, we believe you, okay? Show us the way already.
Great! Stay close.
Sampo, are we there yet?
Do you have to ask...
This is Svarog's lair? I thought it'd be cold and lifeless. Turns out it's pretty busy.
Many vagrants are staying here temporarily. Their homes were overrun by monsters.
Isn't it dangerous for them to make camp right under Svarog's metal nose?
No. Svarog may be ruthless, but he never attacks without reason. For those with no home, this is actually a safe place to be. If I hadn't moved away when I did, I'd probably be where they are right now.
What a heavy gate. Okay, watch this! Open sesame! Is that a secret code or something?
It's an imaginary password that children like to use.
Hooray!
Don't think it's going to be of much use.
Whoa, whoa. Pry it open? In front of all these vagrants and robots? They have eyes, you know. Luckily for us, I've already figured out the mechanism for this gate. They don't just let any Joe Schmo in and out of Boss Svarog's territory. I mean, if you want to see the big cheese himself, you need certification.
Certification?
Correct. Only prospectors with the right certification can get in or out. These prospectors collect mechanical remnants from all over the underground and then bring them to Svarog for him to repair. Honestly, it's a very profitable little venture. If only I'd beaten them to it. They'd be calling me Sampo Bosky by now.
Time out. Where do we get this certification?
Oh, that's simple. You see the robots over by the vagrants? They're all Svarog scouts. Every one of them is commanded to maintain order here. Apart from them keeping a watchful eye on these hooligans, another one of their duties is processing. Anyone who wants to become a prospector has to pass a test from these walk-in stoplights first. Not a clue. I never had the urge to go on a Svarog suicide mission before. You guys are the ones that want in. Why not go and ask the robots?
It feels like the people here are all under the supervision of robots. This would be unthinkable on the surface. Robots are merely tools in the overworld.
Don't take Svarog as an ordinary robot. He's, special. This has to be one of them, right?
It looks so...
Lame. Is it even awake in there? Maybe it's broken down. That scared me.
Protocol. Initiating. Scanning. Verifying. Certification failure. Subject has yet to obtain access permissions. Launching processing.
Huh? Are we starting now?
Launching stage 1 processing. Please listen to the following question. Who is the reigning champion of the Internal Combustion Engine Wrap Tournament?
Infernal construction what now? How would we know anything about that?
Sampo, do you know the answer?
Sampo Gasky always knows that. Wait, what did it say again?
Aren't you supposed to be dependable?
Well, I don't know everything. Sometimes you gotta ask around if you want to know the answer. Don't panic. Let's listen in to what the vagrants are talking about. We might just hit the jackpot.
Please answer the following question. Who is the reigning champion of the Internal Combustion Engine Wrap Tournament? Incorrect answer. Certification result. Failure.
You know, friends, if you don't know the answer, you don't have to pretend you do. No one's gonna laugh at you.
Reassessing. Subject threat index. High. Initializing combat module. Threat elimination activated.
Combat module? This thing's faulty, right? Wishful thinking. It's about to attack.
Destiny isn't chosen.
Watch this awesome move!
Oh man, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna need to get off stream soon. I wanna stream in the morning tomorrow. And if I stream too late tonight,
Scary. It just suddenly...
I'll be too tired.
This button says system reset.
System reset. Success. Please extend your right hand.
My right hand? Here you go. Why is this part of the... hey! So this is...
Great. Only 2 more steps to go. Let's...
Alright, I promise we'll play more Honkai tomorrow. I'm tired. But thanks for joining, everybody. I'm so happy we made affiliate. I owe it all to the people who watch me. I really appreciate it. I hope we can build something cool here. I hope we can, build a community around this studio, around this game. But thank you all so much for your support. I really do. I do appreciate it. Alright, I'll find someone to raid, but good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.